Welcome back to Studio Chatter. Abuse can just about knock you over, but how can you get back up? Let's welcome back to Studio Chatter, Leta Greene, an author, speaker, and inspiration to the table.
Whoa, look at that. That was a long title.
I'm like, okay. Can't disappoint now.
It's been how long since you were here?
I don't know.
Was it earlier this year or was it last year?
No, last year.
I don't know.
It's all blends together.
It's just a whirlwind.
So what have you been doing?
Well, not been scrapbooking or crafting, unfortunately. So,
Embracing your inner hotness, right?
yes. So I've been busy speaking, and then I wrote a new book, which we can talk about in a minute. But just speaking and being a mom, like so many of your viewers, and just traveling and going, what happened? This is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, just staying busy. Like I said, no crafting. It's very sad.
That's okay. I don't craft either. Before we get into the deep stuff, we wanted to talk a little bit about the TEDx talks. So what is that like? What is the process? How did it happen? Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, my first TEDx talk, I actually begged the organizer, and she was like, no, we're only letting the best people in. And I was like, well, that's me. And for some reason, she believed me. But it was my first 11 months of speaking, and it was an amazing opportunity because it really kind of showcased my humor, and it's gotten you hired, even though you don't ever be promotional at TEDx stage or a TED stage. So the difference between TED is those are like $5,000 a seat. They're put on by the mothership. And then TEDx are like their satellites.
Oh, I did not know this. So I'm glad you're differentiating.
Well, there's a degree you have to get. So it's, these different satellites that put on, and so people apply to lead the conference, and they have to follow in the TED format of, technology, education, and design, ideas worth sharing. And so you're not supposed to be promotional or, sell something.
Right.
It's sharing an idea.
Right.
So for this one, I think TEDx has kind of tightened up what it was from 2012 when I did my first one. So I was like, you know what? I'll just go ahead and apply. And I applied the night before the deadline. Don't do that. Not a good idea. But because I was in the process of writing this book, it was very like, okay,
Which one,
this
your
is
first book?
my second book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the one. And so the content of what I wanted to say, my fresh idea was very clear in my mind.
Right.
So I would recommend if anyone wants to do it, have like a Google Doc and just apply as much as you can. There were 68 applicants to the TEDx Lehigh. And there were 7 that were selected. So that was like...
And you were one.
Yeah, one of 2 girls.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, so, and all of the speakers that, when I got the list, I knew several of them, and I was like, wow.
Who was the other woman?
Holly Tree Richardson. She's amazing. She's adopted like 25 million or 25 kids, something like that. She's amazing.
And lives here in Utah, though?
Lives in Utah, does a bunch of stuff with education and government. You should have her on. She's amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and she knocked it out of the park. And there's just all these amazing things. So it was, there's everybody has this, oh my crap, and other speakers come to you, oh, I can't believe you're here. And I'm like, oh, I'm with the big kids. But you send in the application, then that you get accepted, then you get a letter, and then you show up at a certain time with your content, and then they critique your content. So it has to fit in with what they want to do, and you're expected to deliver it memorized.
Oh my
The whole thing, which is how many minutes?
Which is 15 minutes in this one.
15
so a TEDx
minutes.
talk can be anywhere from 3 minutes to 18, but if it's over 18, it can't be in. And I'm completely memorized. Everything I'm saying now is memorized. So that was...
Let me turn you on.
Right.
My daughter actually had the talk memorized.
Oh, no way.
Like my neighbor kids are coming over and I'm like, and? So you have to do it memorized, and then you have a speaking coach that can help tighten your performance, and they just want it to be a great idea and help you showcase your idea wonderfully.
So what was your idea? What is your TED? It's TEDx, right?
So the TEDx, TED, you're usually famous.
Right.
Okay.
You're
TEDx, you're a
Anthony
little bit
Robbins. Or
yeah, those kinds.
Elon Musk.
Right, exactly. TEDx, you could be not a speaker. I mean, I'm a speaker, but With TEDx, you can just be like, hey, you had a great idea about something, you can apply, go do it.
Okay. So what was
And
your
they
idea?
love everyday people. So mine was beyond victimhood.
Okay.
And the concept that we are more than what happens to us. I know no one's ever
Love
heard
it.
about that, but my challenge to the world is, my new idea that beyond their victimhood, there's the victim, then there's the survivor, and then the third phase of advocacy. Advocacy. Why did I couldn't say that word?
Okay, so
We knew what you meant.
before
It's
we
okay.
go into that, if we just want to go watch it, do we just Google?
It's not up yet. I just got an
Oh.
email that it is being approved by TED right now.
Oh.
Ted. His name is Ted.
Yeah, so the TED format.
Oh, I got it. I
yeah,
got
yeah.
it.
So
It's kind of like Charlie's Angels. Like us three are Charlie's.
I
Have
feel
you ever
like we
met
should
Charlie?
post.
His real name's Pete.
I know, right?
pose with me or
Okay,
something.
well, I'll do it, yeah. I can't do my fingers.
I just feel like that's really special. I feel like that's a moment right there.
That was kind of a moment.
Yeah.
Well, that's really, really awesome. Congratulations.
And I encourage people, if you've got a great idea, go share it with the world. And it's very empowering, and it's been amazing for my career as a speaker, but just
So the
something that's
first
there.
time, what did you talk about?
I talked about what I call the hotness.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And so I'm like, every book I write, evidently I'll just have to do another TEDx talk. But
Yeah.
it's a challenging thing. It's a lot of work. It's not something you just kind of do by the seat of your pants, because it's going to be up there forever, and you don't want to be embarrassed. So put the work into it, have the great idea, and be prepared.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, but do it.
Okay.
All right.
I like
Well,
that.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Hold that thought.
I'll be watching for your guys's.
Oh, of course.
Waiting a while.
All right, well, let's take a short break. Don't go anywhere.